can't believe it took your time, did you not? Kara, please calm down. Do not tell me to be calmed down. He made me wait weeks. And now he's here. People have jobs, families, hobbies. That is no reason to put us aside. You will play us now, mortal. Seems like we said do what the lady commands, and we will dive back into the campaign. I don't think the Let's Play took well to us taking a break for Christmas, folks. So welcome back to Age of Fear 2, the Chaos Lords, with me, Cornish-Knight, as we get down to business. Now, I haven't played this for about a week or so, so I'm just going to reacquaint myself with what I was sort of doing. Get some things sorted out. I hope all of you have had a very nice holiday. For those of you that practice Christmas, for those of you who are more leaning towards New Year, I wish you all a New Year, and welcome to 2018. Now, let's see what our guys have got. He's got all the good stuff. Yes. This is I'm just doing this purely to sort of get my mind back into what we were doing. It's a bit hard to remember sometimes. Now, you've got everything, yes. Let's go and check out the Moon Shrine, shall we? The Moon Shrine, or Temple of the Moon. Buried deep in a forgotten swamp, the heroes discover an elaborate temple overtaken by generations of uncontrolled growth. Carved into the walls of the structure are beautiful stylized runes which seem to depict various unfamiliar constellations. Adventurers circle the structure, treading carefully through the swamp underfoot and eventually finding the main entrance. The impressive stone doors stand tall, an elaborate carving of the phases of the moon scratched into them. The heroes push with all their might against the door, but it doesn't seem as much as to budge an inch. They notice a large keyhole. Peering inside, it does not appear to connect to any known mechanism. Well, we have a key for that, so let's get down to business and open this door. Boon key opened the ancient temple door. Your party was inside. The door swings open. The heroes make their way into the silent moonlit temple. They spot a gorgeous natural pool radiating an enchanted light. As they wander closer, the well brightens and casts a brilliant blue that collects around the wooden uprights of the surrounding the well. The heroes peer through the crescent moon's reflection onto the water surface and see a smearing of gold coins resting at the pool's bottom. There's an overwhelming sense of profoundity about this place, almost as though the well itself was a sort of great wisdom. Judging by the offerings left by the previous adventurers, your party wonder if leaving something valuable on their own might grant them some measure of knowledge. Right, we haven't got anything to offer them, unfortunately. Curses, we need a gold bar or a silver bar. Haven't got any of those. Holding out for hope, folks. Holding out for hope. Now, let's see what we can get done about this. Yeah, nah, they haven't. I don't think they might have a pearl here, but I don't know if the developers have taken the pearl out of this place because of they were fixing the mermaid event tree, and I think they might have taken the pearl out of the smuggler's den just so that you can't go and do it. Right, well, tree. This old tree, undisturbed for many generations, a sight to behold, standing so massive for the adventurers as to be a natural castle. That the hero step away from the lumpy ground and expose roots around the tree's base to get a better look at its sparkling bark. Upon closer inspection, it discovered intricate patterns and ancient glyphs, which appear to have been carved by the elements into its surface. Here in the sea of the canopy, the adventurers feel an overwhelming sense that they are being watched and judged, whether by the tree itself or by the ethereal spirits that inhabit it. Peering up at the trunk, the foliage quickly comes too thick to make out much detail, and the giant faint glimmer of gold from must be the upper branches. The heroes wonder how they might prove to these spirits they are worthy to win the tree's favour. Yeah, I think later on in the story that will give us the golden apples, which are really nice items to have. But you never can be so sure, unfortunately. Let us hope that it is that the case. Nestled in the tree line at the top of the mountain, the wandering monastery sites, secluded from the realm below. Day in and day out, the nuns of this monastic order gather healing herbs for the brewing of potent restoration potions. Regardless of race, religion, or creed, Any and all visitors who've demonstrated the stamina to hide they come up here, get the Brewer's Monastery's wares. As always, I'm doing this in post-commentary, so if I sort of skip through the dialogue, it's because I haven't taken enough time to actually, while recording, to slow down to keep up with myself, which is always a problem. I pick up the Ring of Protection for Sir Percival just because he's got a lot of attack, but his defence is rather lacking. So let's get that. No, I'm going to keep the Ring of Scholar on him. It's useful, it gives him more XP, which is something I always need with this character, to be honest. Let's normal stuff. Particularly interesting. I considered getting rid of the seals because I'm not using them at the moment, so I've got dual wielding. I should have probably done that in all honesty. We'll sell the Dark Dagger. See if we can get anything for Kara. I'd forgotten she had poison attacks. Let's see if we need anything here. Ring of Protection, not really. The Ring of Scholar though, if we can buy that for her, that would be useful. Give her a bit more XP after battles. That's nothing. That's never enough. That's something you never turn your nose up as additional XP in this game. One of the first things you always want to do, folks, if you play this game, is make sure your characters have either magical items that give additional XP, or you get abilities like intelligence which improve your XP naturally. Because it helps you a lot in the long run. Like intelligence, 25 XP bonus, which is always very nice. It all adds up. So we're going to pick up the Ring of Scholar for her and give her that. Gives her a bit more XP. Stuff like these rings are really useful for the heroes. You can have some mods, I say some settings put on where your entire party can use magical artifacts, but that gets a bit wild, I've found, so you just have to watch out for that. Right, so we've done everything, just checking that we've gone over to all the places. Yes, so it's down to escape.
With the alchemist and his allies dead, Kara wasted no time getting her party away from the campsite. She did not want to wait around to find out who might want revenge on her for killing the alchemist. As they left the camp, Percival spoke to Kara. "My lady, the hands of Nitrico's mages have a very long reach. It may be for the best if we avoid human encampments for a while." "What do you suggest, mortal?" "We can go north as far as the Bone River flows. Settlers there do not care for the outside world. Neither does the outside world care for them. The settlers there fight orcs and other creatures from the Shadow Marches. Surely they will welcome any help." "I do not wish to spend time on these marshes," she said with open contempt. "But, my lady, we shall dwell there for only a couple of weeks. Long enough to let the mages forget about this incident. Besides, there is an interesting story about the Shadow Marches."
Back to the Shadow Masters, I see. Right. New items. More units. Ooh, Demon Mistress. That must be the next stage of the succubuss. Can't get any yet. I wonder how much XP it will cost to get our succubuss upgraded to that level. But we'll grab another Hellblazer. Some people that have been watching this are saying that the Hellblazer is slightly overpowered, which it is, to be honest, in some ways. I mean, it's not massively overpowered. It's not sort of like Ballistica or Skull Catapult overpowered, but it's very good at chipping away at people's health very quickly. Just give it the basic upgrades. That does eat into my money a bit, but if the current one goes down, then at least we have something to replace it by. Everybody else is waiting to get the dual wielding attack. We need 400 XP for the Demon Mistress. That's no fun at all. I'll probably switch one of the never remember the names. Beholders. Yeah, I can always. I'll probably have to switch one of the Evil Eyes / Beholders out for one of the Hellblazers. Is it Hellblazers? Pretty sure it is a Hellblaze. Have our mages, make sure everybody's healed up. At this point, it has a Hellblazer. I do make a slight mistake here, folks. I forget to give healing, well, not healing, but mana potions to my summoners, which is a huge mistake. And you can see why in a moment. But yeah, if you're playing this campaign, always make sure that your summoners have mana potions before anybody else. Before you buy anything else, buy mana potions. Ah, poison axe, very nice. Razor's Edge, ooh, very nice. But I busted up most of my money upgrading the other Hellblazer, so unfortunately this isn't going to be an episode where I buy much magical gear. I mean, it's a nice weapon, but I still need a defensive bonus. Sealed Break is really nice, but the defensive bonus that I get from having the Dwarf Sword is also fairly fantastic as well. Crystal Armour, not bad. Actually, it's more than not bad, it's actually really nice, but I still can't afford it. I should have bought Mana Restoration Potions. Oh well. To be honest, I don't know why I picked up the improved healing potion for him, because if he can get into combat, he literally just absorbs health. It's obscene how much health he takes off people.
Belcara decided that perhaps Percival was right, and that the party should stay out of sight for a while. So, they traveled along the coast of Bone River for several days. As they journeyed, trees thinned and were replaced by swamplands. One day, Kara lost patience trekking through the tough and smelly terrain. She snapped at Percival. "It stinks here, human. I should have never listened to you and taken this route. The settlers are tough people. They fight in these swamps with all of their strength. You seem to know a lot about these people and this area, Percival. How so?" "I was stationed here for a while several years ago. There is a very interesting story about the Shadow Marches." "Yes, you said that before, but never bothered to elaborate. Tell me now." "Well, years ago there was an incident at one of the Bone River bridges. The guards were slaughtered by some sort of evil creatures. The alarm was sounded, and the evil creatures never made it to the city, but the search party could never find anyone." "What's so interesting about that? Some beast made dinner of your guards." "But there were people saying that there were traces of the undead found nearby. I also heard necromancers lived in the Shadow Marches. A few months after this incident, evil things happened in the kingdom. The Greenskin horde invaded, and later we had to fight undead. Sir Edward eventually defeated the undead king, but some say that it originated in the Shadow Marches." "Years ago, there were demon lords who existed in this realm. They were controlling undead slaves, but necromancer Krill banished them to the underworld after a large and bloody battle." "Well, after the battle with the undead king, a mage found traces of demons in his chamber, but no demon lords were found nor seen. After the undead king was defeated by Sir Edward, he was rewarded by being made field marshal." "What happened to the necromancer?" "No one knows for sure. He must have crawled back to his lair. King William put a ransom on his head. I wish I could find him and put my sword through his foul heart." "Where were you then, Percival? Did you not fight in the battle with the undead?" The knight hung his head in shame. Not everyone had such luck and courage as Sir Edward. When the Greenskins invaded the kingdom, I was...
It's nice how this ties into the previous game.
Percival stopped speaking as he saw movement. He looked around and then shouted, "We have wandered into a trap! Prepare yourselves!" At his shout, the men got ready to defend and heard a war cry from a party of Greenskins. The Greenskins charged them from all sides.
It is interesting to see, like, so the demons were the ones manipulating the original undead king that Krill killed in our campaign. Yeah, that's interesting to know. I'm pretty sure Krill was destroyed at the end of the Paladin campaign, which was a shame. Sir Edward was a bit of an idiot. Kara is surrounded, greenskins are everywhere. Let me first take care of these goblins. They're begging for some hot love. Really? Goblins? Good point, my mistress. I hope we see some fireworks soon, just don't explode from envy. Oh, there's gonna be goblin sappers, isn't it? Yeah. Should have known. They're making fire pun jokes. There we go, goblin sappers. But I was resourceful, and at this point I have given her fireball, if I remember correctly. That shaman's gonna be a pain. Swamp willow. It's not too bad as long as we don't wake it up. If we wake it up, it's gonna be a pain. You activate it by basically hurting it. And there's poisonous spores lying about. That looks like there'd be 3 of them. But first we need to deal with these sappers. So put Belcara down the bottom because she has the fireball spell. Give a couple of blocking units. We'll put Sir Percival there as well. Hellblaze at the back to weaken them up if any of them survive. We're basically going to do a holding scenario for a little bit, just in case they rush us. Though with the swampy terrain, it should slow them down enough that we should be able to deal with this flanking group relatively easily. To be honest, I'm like, I mean, by this point in the game, everyone really should have sort of fireball, so they shouldn't be so much of a problem. All we can do is help that none of our attacks miss. We only need to really hit one of them. If we can do that, we will pretty much decimate them. So we'll have all the succubuss down here to basically deal with them. And as you can realise at this point, I now realise that I don't have any mana restoration potions, which is very worrisome for me, but there's nothing we can really do about it, so we're just going to have to press on. I'm sorry if you can hear background noise, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just really bad timing, so let's get on with this. Make sure they have antitoxin, because we're going to be facing a lot of goblin assassins, which are horrific little things. But hey ho, one can only do our best. Yes, we get the message about gunpowder units. Problem is, it's right down the bottom of the screen, so it's a bit of a pain to get the angle right for the fireball ability. But let's see if we can get it just right on. Here we go. Sets one off. Sets another one off. Kaboom. Pull yourself together now, goblin, cries Belcara happily. And we wipe out the entire group. And somehow a dead body managed to lose an eye. Well, I suppose it lost an eye anyway. But those guys are dead. Now we can turn our full attention back to the enemies in front of us. So let's try and get this done, shall we? Let's see. Right. Make a normal fighting line. Shift some stuff about so we can get some of our range units closer to the enemy.
This will be a bad day.
The problem with not having any mana potions is going to take us ages for our summoners to become useful. So we can't rely upon summoning magic, which is going to be nasty. We may have to fall back on our succubusses. Our succubi, I should say. And the plural succubi. Let us hope that we can press on. Right. That all got a bit too close to that poison cactus. That's going to be interesting. Let's push up. Now let's see what's going on here. Sorry about the noise, folks. Sorry about the noise. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going as best we can. Well, that's not great. Let's all just move up and keep getting anything organised. Sorry about the background noise, folks. So we're just gonna whack them with some lightning. Is it always about power and control of you? No, it's sometimes about sex, replied Belcara happily. I do like the interacting dialogue between these two. So, let's get up and about. Right. Indeed, right, yeah, we're gonna give him the crystal to chew on. Hopefully that would be slight. Yeah, it does give them a bit of a boost, which is nice. I don't really use the crystals that much. I won't summon the imp yet because it's not of any profound usage. So let's see what we can get done. There's a lot of them. Ooh, nice hit. Almost killed that orc. The orc warriors will be our main priority because they have a lot of health and do a lot of damage and have battle rage. He gets cleansed by the orc shaman, which will slow the shaman down, which is quite useful, to be honest. We've got a troll stone thrower and an orc warchief as well. But the thing I'm really worried about are the goblin assassins. Goblin assassins are very nasty. The plants haven't woken up. That's not great. We'll have to start trying to fill up the numbers with Belcara. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can try and get that. Are they in range of the? Yeah, just in range of the orc shaman. Let's try and get him. Didn't get the orc warlord. I'm not worried about that, but we did manage to do some serious damage to their shaman, which is nice. And we'll kill off this orc with a firebolt. Do some more damage to their morale. Let's start eating away at them. Just little damage, death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing, folks. Now, there's still some other ones, so it's paralysed that one, so we can't reinforce his mate when Percival charges in. Thing is, Percival can kill him on the first turn, so I'm going to kill that one off first. So I want Percival to get XP. I also don't want him to be countercharged by units. He's probably going to get countercharged by the Orc Warlord, but Percival should be tough enough to take it. Plus he's got enough, he has life stealing, so it's really hard for the Orc Warlord to kill him. Because if both of his attacks hit, he gets 2 HP back every turn, which is very nice. And we just have to wait it out now. This is going to be interesting. Come on, push up. Yeah, there goes the Orc Warlord. He misses his attack. Troll moves up to assist. Other trolls are coming in. Interestingly, though, the assassins moving up in that direction. If we can get rid of them, if we can get rid of some of those ones, that would be useful. They're blocked by the plants. It'd be nice if we could wake those plants up. You can do it with area of effect attacks. As you can see, there goes Percival earning his pay. But at the moment I've got some better targets that I need to deal with. These guys, if I can kill the shaman. Yeah, I was trying to get the right positioning for this. I was trying to get the warlord in. Don't really care about that troll. So let's just try and focus in on these ones. Plus the troll stone thrower is much nastier. We didn't manage to kill the goblin assassin, which sucks. Still, stay still so I can kill you quick. Where did I hear that already? Probably somewhere early from the campaign, to be honest. Or maybe from the undead campaign. Shoot him. Uncommon thinkers refuse what common thinkers refuse. Reuse what common thinkers refuse. What's that supposed to mean? Never mind, keep killing already. A nice deep wound. Let's keep just slamming into him. To be honest, there's no point really shooting the trolls with magic because they just regen their health. But it does help chip away at their morale, which is always really useful. The trolls don't have the best morale in this game. Smack him about with fireballs a bit. And luckily we managed to kill that one off. So let's press up our advantage. Let's summon a demon an actual proper demon into the mix,
Make
and we'll charge him off to deal with some of the assassins. And it should attract. The benefit is it should attract some attention away from us at this point. We'll also summon an imp, just
this
to add as
will
cannon
be a
fodder.
bad day.
Everything else done right. I want Percival to kill the warlord because I want Percival to get the experience for it. So let's soften up the orc, give him a deep wound. Not a lot we can do, so we're just going to end the turn and see what happens. Ooh, that's not good. Nets missed. Poison arrows didn't. Oh, neither did the boulder. Percival kills him, steals some experience, and gets experience for killing him, which is nice. We'll charge him down here, so we'll charge the demon down here so you can basically distract them as we plough on with our plan. The rest of everybody else is going to go to town. I also need to kill off that guy because he's a massive pain. A fireball should probably do it. It definitely breaks him now he's fleeing, so we'll send the demon after him. At this point I realised that I've put her right next to a poison spore thing, which is always going to be a bit of a pain to deal with. Soften him up. Not a massive threat, we now have him completely under control, so, and paralysed, we can kill him off with the bat. And we'll push up with the rest of our units, now focusing purely on the right flank.
Ready to go.
Hopefully the wounded demon will distract the goblin assassins for a while. At this point I forget that the demon has an AoE effect, which sucks because I'm standing right next to sleeping plant life, which means, you guessed it, the plant life is going to wake up. Both miss for their stuff, doesn't matter, because the demon flares. Oh, I thought the demon flared.
Of course.
She messes that attack up. Oh, this is where it wakes, because I'm in base contact with it now and it wakes it up.
Be nice.
Desperately try and break their morale, but they keep going.
Fighting back.
I don't realise this at this point, you have to understand. I didn't realise until I wake the plants up that the demon did it. So, or the demon was able to do it, so I was just happily slaughtering goblins as one does in fantasy games. Unless you play as a goblin in a fantasy game, which I do recommend. It's very fun to play a goblin in D&D, I must admit. Go off the beaten track, folk, and play races that you haven't played before. So we take care of business here, they rally. He gets poisoned, which sucks. Doesn't get netted though. The demon flares. And wakes the tree plants up, which is just fantastic. Because now the plants are active and are angry. So we have to worry about them. They also regenerate, which is not fun.
You saw my armor.
So now we have to get everyone out of the blast radius
Of course.
of the nasty man-eating plants.
No mercy.
Troll has re-healed most of his health, which sucks.
Behold.
Break him and he's going to flee. But for a little bit of a bang, since it is the new year, let's blow up some explosives. Take care of them. We just have to worry about the giant plants, which is never fun, so we'll bring all our units up, bring Belcara up, use her fireball to deal with them. There goes our summons. They shoot it. Takes a swing and eats that goblin, and it misses with us, but the other one does and manages to kill that one. And we just have to worry about that plant now. Another fireball to the face. Fire in liberal quantities to deal with problems like this. Everybody else has to fire on it before it regenerates. Kill it off with Percival so he gets even more experience. You do get experience from killing it. Awesome. Well, I mean, you can leech experience. I wonder what kind of plant experience you get from leeching experience from plants. Like, where the best sunny spots were. How rich in nutrients the soil was. It's interesting. I wonder, like, do they count as sentient?
My horse is ready.
Interesting question.
I'm on the way.
I think plants like cannibal plant or man-eating or flesh-eating plants like the Venus flytrap are quite quick, but I wouldn't count them as sentient, so maybe not. It'd be interesting to see if you could what knowledge a plant would have. But enough about botany. Back to the main campaign. Let's go.
The party fought and destroyed many greenskins, but more kept coming to replace those that were slain. Even with her demonic powers, Kara had been unable to secure victory. "Fall back!" Kara reluctantly shouted to her men. They fled further into the swamp, where Kara's troops slogged through the fetid swamp waters that rose higher and higher up their bodies as they attempted to retreat. Finally, they reached a small island in the deep, fetid waters. It was night by the time they reached the small island and made camp. "Damned orcs!" Kara spat out the words as she glared at Percival. "I knew I should not trust you, foolish mortal!" "I could not have known they would be here, my lady. The orcs were thought to have completely retreated to the hills. There have been no such large groups of greenskins here since the time of the Horde invasion." "Yes, and now this, no such large group, is hunting us in the stinking swamps." They both fell silent for a few moments. When Kara spoke again, it was not to berate Percival more, but to ask a question. "What are those fires?" she asked, as she pointed into the distance. "Oh, those? Local people call them will-o-wisps. No one knows for sure what they are. There are rumors that they are cursed spirits trapped in the human realm forever. I don't know for sure what they are, but the orcs are afraid of them. Those fires are the reason they left us alone here and did not press their attack." Kara stared intently at the fires. "Those are no spirits. I can feel the chaos in them. Now, watch and learn." Kara went to the nearby bank of the swamp and started screaming loudly in some demonic language. At first, the fires seemed to completely ignore her, but after a while, several will-o-wisps approached. "Ha!" she barked over her shoulder to Percival. "I told you, stupid knight. They will help us."
And we get will-o'-the-wisps, which, if you guys remember from the first game, are really, really nasty. But that's all for next time. If you have enjoyed this episode, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, or you can leave a comment in the comment section. I hope all of you have enjoyed this episode, and I shall see you all next time, and I wish you all a happy new year. Goodbye.